Hey you guys! So in this video I will be scratching only on 7 different surfaces slash kind of materials like this, and this is the soft spoken version of the video. There is a no talking version that's already out. So this first item is actually a really kind of stretchy material that I have tied around this chair, because this chair has kind of like a rough surface, like an animal's hair, to be honest, like something like this. The owner of this apartment, I noticed that in this apartment and in his office he has this material on lots of his chairs, so it's kind of his thing, I think, but it's very, very uncomfortable to sit on. So I placed this on here, and actually when I moved into this apartment I kind of had put scarves like around each of the chairs because it was so uncomfortable. But then I was kind of looking through one of the closets one day and I noticed these pieces of material and realized he had chair covers custom made for these, because obviously I was not the only one who was uncomfortable sitting on them. So he does have he had those made previously and they were there. So I do place those on the chairs, and then when I want to wash one I place like a scarf like that, like you saw. But I loved the ripple effect of that material. I know we are on a new item, but I wanted to finish that story. This is a cushion on the couch here. It's grey colour with some white, black and darker grey designs. Makes for some nice scratching sounds. By the way, I wanted to give a shout out to some of the people with me on Patreon. Patreon is a fun place that I like to interact with you guys. It's like basically you get rewards and you support the channel, and I put up exclusive videos, etc, etc. But there's one tier that one of the rewards is you get a shout out in a video per month. Admittedly, I'm not great at this, I need to be better at it, but I want to give you a shout out now. Okay, so I want to say thank you to Amanda, to Caitlin, to Hamara, to Emma, and to Jessie. Thank you so much. Thank you for being there with me on Patreon, you guys. I appreciate it very much. So this is the next item. I will be scratching on my laptop keyboard, as you can see here. This part actually sounds really nice to scratch on too. I really love all kinds of keyboard sounds. I've done some videos with typing sounds, tapping and scratching on the keyboard, etc. This is obviously just scratching there. the metal's like got a really interesting texture. It's like smooth, but like somehow it has a bit of a texture to it, just a tiniest bit. I've had this laptop for so long, and I actually bought it from a friend. It was like for like $200 probably 7 years ago. I still use it, it works very well. And it was used, like I said, so it had already been used for like a couple of years. Okay, so you guys may have seen this surface before. This is the back of my bathroom door in my apartment, and I love the sound of this thing. I've done videos with just this. The whole video is tapping and scratching on this. And I wanted to include it in the scratching part, or one of the scratching surfaces in this video, because it's just a really unique sound. You see the tiny kind of almost dots that make up the entire thing. That's what's giving it the really like squeaky, scratchy sound. The front of this door is a mirror, and the back looks like this. It's really interesting. But bathrooms in Egypt are like water playgrounds. I don't know what to call it. Just water goes everywhere when you shower. It doesn't stay necessarily in a certain area. So it's good that the doors are like plastic and not wood. Some showers do have like curtains or a glass wall or something, but many don't. There's just a shower head and the floor. And so, there's ways to like get the space quite wet. So it's good that there's a plastic-ish door there. So this next item is actually the seat cover that I told you about, that the owner of this place had custom made for these chairs. I'm gonna go over the animal. Hair, skin, I'm not sure. It's very disturbing for me, to be totally honest. So I'm really glad it's covered. And I love the sounds that it makes. There's a little kind of like pad inside. And then the sides kind of go to, like, kind of have a flap almost on all sides of the chair, the sides and the front, and then the back has like ties that can go around the wood part of the chair, like you see there, and then like they tie around the two parts of the wood to stay on the chair. Actually a bit of an olive colour, like an dark olive green and slush brown colour. I will say, I really do like the way that the owner of this place redid the walls and moulding and painting, and I thought he did a really nice job though. just lost me on the chair choice, but the rest of it's also really nice. There's actually a walkthrough of the living room if you want to see how he decorated it, because all the furniture came with the apartment when I was renting it. So he decorated the space. It looks quite Egyptian. You can take a look at that video if you want. There's also a walkthrough of one of the 2 bedrooms that I recently put out. Fairly simple decor, but very Egyptian. So it might be fun for you to see those walkthroughs. This is actually kind of a decorative tablecloth. Also extremely Egyptian. It's obviously not something you're going to actually eat on, but when the table's not being used for eating, this is what would be covering it typically. I just took the whole thing off and placed it in a drawer because I knew that I'd use the table constantly and didn't want to have to like put that back and forth, and it's not really my style particularly, so I just kind of moved it and just used the table by itself. But what is my style about this are the amazing sounding beads and kind of sequins that are all over this. So usually at the end of videos I choose an emoji that you can place in the comment section below. But this time, instead of putting an emoji to signify you've gotten to the end with me, I'm going to ask you a question. And I do this sometimes too. This one is, would you rather be able to fly or to breathe underwater? If you could choose between those two, go ahead and put in the comment section. You can just write fly or breathe underwater, and I will know what you're talking about. And anyone else who got to the end, we will all know what you're talking about. Mine would most definitely be to fly. I have flying dreams all the time. I like know how to fly in my dreams, that is, but like I like know it's consistent. I know, like, I don't know how it happens because dreaming is so weird, but like when it comes time for me to fly in my dreams, I do the same movement each time and I'm like up in the air. It's wonderful. Do you guys fly in your dreams? I'd love to know. Some people are like, I've never flown in my dreams, and others are like, yeah, do it all the time. So let me know if you want to. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed all the scratching. If you did, I do have a scratching only playlist that you can check out if you go to the section of my main YouTube homepage, I guess you could call it. There's a section for playlists, and you can scroll down and find the scratching only option. I have too many playlists. I need to like pare that down a bit. It's like really lots of them. Okay guys, have a great rest of your day or night, and I certainly hope to get to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.